What's going on with y'all? I have another question that I like to ask, but before I ask the question, I like to say thank you to everybody who do be chiming in, answering the questions that I do bring forth to y'all. So I want to say thank you for that. But I have another question. Do I and maybe we need to start implementing cleaning procedures on the lower portion of our AR-15? Of course, once you take it to the range, you clean the barrel, you clean the bolt carrier, you clean everything in the upper. But do we need to start implementing cleaning procedures for our lower receiver? Let me explain to you what brought me to that question. Now, we'll put the upper on the lower so you can get a better look, but we'll start off with just the lower right now. When I originally purchased this lower, it came with a two-stage nickel boron trigger. That is the same trigger that is in this lower receiver. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll in a small little clipping from when I first got this lower, and then I'll show you what's happening with this lower right now. So you get a little bit of take up, two-stage trigger, so of course you're going to have a little bit of take up, but it's nice and smooth. That is what I like about it, is that it's nice. Once you get that take up out of there, nice and smooth. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a trigger gauge. Okay, so as you can see, it was an actual two-stage trigger. Now, this is what I'm going to do. We do have it on fire. Now, look very closely. It's like the two-stage is non-existent. It's like you can get a little bit of two-stage, but then it just isn't how it was when I actually first purchased the lower receiver with the trigger in it. You see what I'm saying? It's not like a real definitive two-stage anymore. And that brings up the question, do we need to start implementing cleaning procedures when it comes to the lower portion of our receiver? Is it maybe some grit and grime in there that maybe need to be wiped off? I mean, I don't know. That just kind of caught me by surprise, and I didn't realize it until last week when I was doing the video about the triggers. Now, what I'm going to do is pause the video, put it up on top of here, and then you can see more better what I'm saying. What better upper to put on top of this lower than the M16A4 upper? Alright, so let's go ahead and rack it. Lock the slide to the rear, lock the bolt to the rear. I'm going to examine the chamber. We are clear. There's nothing inside of the chamber. Let's drop that. Now check this out. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't even get it to actuate the two-stage without having to pull the trigger. Let me show you from the left side. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that definitive two-stage anymore. Like, I can't even hit it. I can't even hit that wall how I'm supposed to. See what I'm saying? With a two-stage trigger, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a very definitive first stage take-up. Then you get to your wall, then you can break it off. But as you can see, we're not. So, you see what I'm saying? Do I need to go ahead and take that trigger out, clean everything up in there, maybe polish it up? I mean, what's y'all thoughts on that, man? Not really that big of a deal, but it is something that I do want to kind of take care of.